to you today as a man. Ask you to forgive me for my sins. Continue to keep on blessing me. Help me stay positive. Through the struggle I will succeed because you showed me. I just want to say thank you for everything in my life. Everything is possible with you. Staring in the mirror saying this not you. This ain't my life. This can't be true. I'm tired of the stressing. Lord, I need a blessing. Packers Smith the West, I'm pray to you for my protection. And Lord knows I didn't learn my lesson. When bullets flying past your head, you get the message. Death is easy, but to live is hard. So you gotta keep your head up like that Tupac song. See, life is a struggle, an everyday struggle. And nothing come easy, or it's gonna be some trouble. You can't pay your bills, friends getting killed. When mama got cancer, when shit got real damn near broke down, y'all know how.
Hello, hi, I'm Ennis Cleophas Davis.
Okay, the first question I have for you is, what are some of the obstacles coming back into the community with a felony?
Well, it'd be harder to find a job. They'll overlook you.
Right.
You can have all the experience that's needed for the position that you're going out for.
Right.
But they'll overlook you for somebody with a clean record with hardly no experience.
Why do you think it is that some people avoid their parole officer when they're coming back into the community when they get out of jail?
Because it's a fear of being locked back up for a little bit of nothing, a little bit of nothing. You can be right back in the same position, locked up with no freedom. That's scary alone, let alone somebody that's governing you and that doesn't like you, or maybe racist at the time or anything, and he oversees your freedom. That's scary alone.
Right. And that's crazy that you talk about just being racist and just the stereotypes you get with a felony, how people view people with a felony. But there's people out there who's trying to change for the better, but they all get labeled as one thing, like, oh, they got a felony, so we can't mess with them, we can't hire them for this job, we don't want to associate with them and stuff like that. So
right,
that's kind of messed up.
Labeled as a criminal.
Right. All right. Do you think it's enough re-entry programs and services for people who's coming out of the jail system or the prison system?
No, it's not. It's not. Everyone needs a chance, and everyone needs some one-on-one time with someone that can hook them back up with their freedom and their opportunity to productively enter society, workforce, because
Right.
without a job, you're destined to do things that's not legit, that's not legal, and that's not right. So, yes, it is best, it would be lovely for it to be more re-entry programs for ex-felons or felons that's coming out the system, that's coming to really be genuinely productive citizens.
Right, they
That's
wanna
really
change.
trying to get their lives together.
They just want to change. So.
They just want to be granted the opportunity to be a productive citizen.
Hello everybody, my name is Dominic Ware, born and raised in Oakland, California, and I'm an activist.
All right, the first question is, with a felony on your record, what are some of the obstacles that people face?
Gaining youthful employment, gaining a job that will value your work ethic over your circumstances of where you were when you were young, or when you were negative minded, when you had a negative way of gaining income to support yourself. It makes it real hard. They put a lot of barriers to where jobs won't even look at your application twice if they see that you are a felon, or you have committed a felony within the past, I think, 3 to 7 years. So it's very prejudiced and pretty much kind of racist also.
Do you think that ex-felons have a fair chance in the job market?
Honestly, no. And a little bit, I mean, they have a fair chance to get a low-wage job, yes. Like Walmart hires felons, depending on your record. Like some after school jobs, if you don't have anything like violent on your record, you know, you might be able to get a good, nice minimum wage job being a felon. But other than that, it's real hard. Especially if you're on probation or parole, it's real hard. For like I said, you didn't even get your foot in the door to sit down and have that first interview. So, yeah, it's not fair at all. I really sit back and think about it.
How do you feel about federal and state laws that take away public assistance and aid for ex-felons?
I feel it's not, helping the system out. It's not, rehabilitating anyone. It's not fixing the problem. It's going to push people to resort back to things that got them into jail in the first place.
So last question, do you have any advice for a successful transition back into the community?
Volunteer. When I first got out, I can only use myself as an example. I put myself in a situation where I was seen as going and putting the extra effort. So when the opportunity came about for somebody that had an open application for me to get a job, first thing they thought was I needed a job because they seen me helping out, working around the yard, asking people if I can clean their front yard for a few dollars, Just be productive wherever you are, whether it's with your family, in your community. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially with my organization. We need a lot of volunteers. There's after school programs, there's Big Brother programs. I mean, you really start putting in the effort and you really want to change. There's people in the community, especially in Oakland, that will reach out. Call me when they time's up. The fact they ever had the title is a mind fuck. They only talk war and misplaced heat. Over a decade and left pain in the streets. Now I'm coming like rain on the summer heat. Extinguishing everything, making blind men see, lost up in the system. Trust you don't want to be. Triple life, man, the brother only 23. I'm looking from a king's eye view. Trust the trap ain't nothing new. Picture caged in a zoo, suffocating when you move. Tell you this like Crips, better hope you in blues. The prison system is a big business. But if we boycott that, they going out of business. Shit, all black everything, especially on my red and rain. Trying to give the most. Living totes, throwing notes like I make them sing. Niggas still talking rain.
Hey, what's going on, y'all, man? My name is Billy Garner. I'm from Oakland, California. I am a rapper, songwriter / regular human being, out here just trying to give y'all my points of view on the everyday life of what's going on and the people that, that be incarcerated and, come back home. So hope y'all feeling what, my points of view of what I got.
All right, the first question I got for you is, how does someone returning home from jail affect the family, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, even children they got, dependent children?
Oh man, it's hard. By me personally being a child that was affected by my father was incarcerated, in and out of prison. So it was hard for me because even though he wasn't in my household that much, being able to see him when he was out, it took a toll on me because I needed that father figure in my life because I didn't have him a lot. So when I did have him, it was cool. But by him being in and out of prison, he missed a lot of things personally in my life that I feel like he should have been there for, and vice versa. They look down upon the inmates and they don't even give them a chance. It's just because they have prior felonies or whatever. It's just like, oh, we don't even want to deal with you, and then they just throw them under the rug. So it's just like the limited possibilities that most inmates have coming back home is just like, what's the point? Like, I could try to go to job interview, apply myself, only to yet again get rejection after rejection after rejection. But all of those rejections, I still got kids to feed. So, they result back to the same thing that lands them in prison because of the limited possibilities that they have out here for people that's been in prison. I've been dreaming about the things that I could never do. And now I'm seeing people try and step my pedestal. Sitting solo, counting money in the sectional. These suckers try to test, but I remain professional. And I would never, ever, ever see recession, dude. Because my God done shed his light up on my stepping stool. I learned my lessons, always one step on progression, fool. A lot of haters and paper is what respect could do. I take my scriptures and put them all in my sessions. I wake up every day, start with asking God for protection and peace. Ask him to protect the streets that I steady stepping. Thankful for better days and I receive and count my blessings. I know my life is at least in the proper direction. My patience isn't sacred, releasing passive aggression. I repent to clean my soul, so I'm asking the reverend. Tell God to shed his light down on this serious message. Just breathe.
I hope you guys enjoyed the project, Community Reentry. Thank you so much.